Yo, what's good? What's good? It's a kid, President King 4, and I'm back in the Culturing Podcast. I got a special guest today, a young man, very talented. I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself. The floor is yours, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Jay Sis. I'm the owner of Behind the Buzz, recording artist, personality, locked in with Hustle Firm.
Welcome, man. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yo, you got a lot of stuff you're involved with. You write.
Yeah.
You rap.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like you're an exec.
Yeah.
You're a CEO, you're an entrepreneur.
I'm trying, man. Like, I just been juggling a whole lot of stuff. School. I got the music.
You still in school right now?
Yeah, I'm still in school. College. I just transferred, changed my major to nursing. I was doing music. I was like, let me try something else, and did nursing.
That you see, like it's a lot of things about you that sync. Before we get a deep conversation, for those who don't know who you are, right? Tell them who you are across the world. Don't think about the DMV. Think about across the world. I don't know you from Can of Paint.
Right.
I see that on the street. I say, hey, what's up, man? My name is Prez. Tell the world who you are and what you do.
I am a creator. I think I do everything. If you put something in front of me that needs to get done, that comes with creativity, I can do it. Picking up a camera, learning how to edit. I know how to write a song for sure. I can host. I've been hosting events before. Shout out for the People Records. Done a couple of honey pots. I never could draw or anything like that, but I can write a song and I can talk. So that's what we into now.
If I had to take away, if I say, bro, I'm sorry, I got to take away everything except for one talent or one activity, what would that be?
Take everything away.
We have the camera, we got writing, we got singing, we got rapping, we got being an entrepreneur, we got hosting. If I say you only got one choice,
I'm going to be a entrepreneur, probably.
Entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur, because at the end of the day, all those things that you mentioned, the end goal is to make something out of it.
Okay.
So in order to be, if you're going to be an artist, you are an entrepreneur. You are a brand. You are a business.
Right.
So once you understand that, it's like, that's what it all comes down to. Like, I would make music for free.
So you wouldn't?
I would. I would make music for free. But the thing is that's just, you can't level up that way. You got to try to level up and grow and, have some type of funds to it.
Right.
It's not a broke man sport. You need money to come do podcasts and, recording sessions.
Right.
Like you can't do that just without anything. So I would choose entrepreneurship.
And what are you most passionate about?
Most passionate about?
Out of all those things, all the things you do right now, what are you most passionate about?
I'm most passionate about recording and writing. This like a therapy session for me. I feel like when I'm in my zone, just writing my songs, it's nothing like that. Just getting your thoughts out of your mind on the paper into a microphone. That whole process.
And it seems like everything around you is like a given idea. Most of the music is dark.
It is.
For the people, it's just like for the people. It's like every small thing around you, the give backs, you know what I'm saying? Everything about you scream for the people, but at a young age, you were bullied. So you would think you'd be traumatized by being bullied and say, yo, you know what, forget the world and just be like, I don't care about who you are, so I'm just gonna be me and be secluded, and then I gotta watch you even like bill a bond. But your energy seems like if you give me a good vibe, I'm a rock with you. But your upbringing say, people didn't like me. It's like I had a hard time like fitting in with with society. But you're still open to love. You're still open to like people. Walk me through that space of like, what make you still so vulnerable, and you went through so much as a child growing up.
I'm just kind of in awe. Like, you did your research. Like I was not expecting that kind. But to be honest with you, I did have a rough upbringing, especially, when you're in the industry where you're trying to put yourself out there. You can get in your own head. But one thing for sure is I know that I'm not going to put out what I have received, because then the cycle continues. If I'm feeling fucked up and I'm going to go be mad at the world, that someone else is going to feel that way and continue,
Right.
So I don't want to do that. It's got to stop with me. So I usually put all the bullshit behind me and, try to move forward. I mean, and especially just in this area, like, I remember one time I posted something for Behind the Buzz. I was just smiling. I showed my teeth. I had a nigga hit my phone talking about, yo, why you smiling, gang? I'm like, why not? Like, why you want to walk around with, like, you know what I mean? Like, why? What are you trying to prove? Like, I have no problem being open with my past because that kind of shapes who I am today. Like,
but I'm saying you would think that it would make you like like the super defensive, but it's not though. It did not. It didn't make you defensive at all. It doesn't seem like
it did at one point, but I went through a whole change of just my mindset and had a growth and just a healthier perspective of how I view life.
What happened? Like, what gave you in therapist? Or were you therapy? Or how? What happened?
Yeah, I had
OG. How reading something? How you get that information to say, you know what? This screams as emotional intelligence, and this is the path for me. Let's be real. 2023, 2019, 18. We got young guys who probably go through what you go through. They grab a pistol. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying lower is a hood, but it's still you have access to certain information and a certain lifestyle. Like you can make a decision to go this way, but you chose to go this way. So it's obvious you were influenced by something.
I just seen things for what it was. I noticed some of the people I was hanging out with, and I noticed their patterns. I noticed a lot of people who aren't in the situation that they want to be, they tend to know other people who are not in the situation that they want to be. They kind of all stick together. If that makes sense.
No,
it'd be like a group of people, that's like a quarter of a man. They come together, be 5 deep, and then now they're one solid person. So I noticed, I said, well, I had to change my circle. I seen what this looks like. I know what happens when you start popping pills. I seen that. I seen a couple people die. I know what happens when you get in the streets. I had a gun be put on me before. I know what happened.
Could only like somebody point a gun at you?
Yeah, I've been robbed before at gunpoint.
At gunpoint?
Yeah.
Where, in Laura?
Not in Laura. I mean, I ain't gonna get too much into it, but like
why you scared to get into it?
It was a transaction that went wrong.
Oh, okay.
And so I realized that, and I seen people drop out of school. I was one of them. I dropped out of college, before COVID started and stuff like that. And then I got back into it, after I found myself and did some, reevaluation of what I need to do and get my mind on straight.
You don't even seem like I hate the term street guy, but you don't even seem like a guy who's like, probably like be out doing street stuff. It's like, you seem like a really like good kid.
I put it.
But then again, you say certain things on your song, and then you say, you don't really write about what you're not, what I'm saying, you don't experience. So it's like, and it feels and sounds believable. So then I'm like, I wonder if he's a street nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't consider, I don't even want to be labeled a street nigga. Like,
okay, that's good.
Like, what glory comes with being a street nigga? Like,
so see, now you go back to my point.
Yeah.
But then we would talk about like, the robbing thing.
Yeah.
You see a transaction. That means you was, involved with something that.
I was, but that's what I'm saying. I seen what comes with that.
Right.
I seen a lot of fucked up shit. And I had my little step off the curve. And that's when I knew I gotta
come back. You like, fuck that.
That's what I do.
I got a lot of things to do in life.
I know I could do better than this. Like, so I was going down that wrong way. And, just doing a lot of things. I was taking a lot of stuff and just, somebody had to tell me, like, somebody sat me down and said, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. It gotta be something like that, right?
That was my parents. They seen I was like not where I was supposed to be at. They was like, what is you doing? Like, you come from, my dad, he was in the military. My mom, she's, a lawyer and doing real estate and stuff like that. She's like, why are you doing that?
Right. We already paved a way for you.
And then you going left.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
So I had to tighten up because I just wasn't thinking about that. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I was mad, just like a lot of people. We were talking about, just that cycle of just portraying energy.
Right.
I was mad. I was not where I wanted to be. And so that's what happened. I started hanging around people who were like that.
Right. We all got insecurities. At some point in your life, especially as a youngster, when people were saying, yo, he's not good enough, he can't sing, or, you know what I'm saying, he's not too black, or he's not too white, he's not too tall, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got swag. What was your insecurity that actually bothers you at that point and made you, made them, with that they made you believe that was off about you, that you overcame, and you're proud to say like, yo, y'all made me feel like this, and y'all had me fooled, but then I realized, no, y'all tripping.
I feel like for that question, a lot of the bullshit that happens in my circle, it really motivates me. Because I take, even back when we were talking about, the bully situation and how I came up, like I still think about that shit. I have not let that go. It'd be in the back of my head. And I really just want to be like, I told you so. Like,
Battering your back.
Yeah. I'm just like, I told you so. I can do this. Anything somebody tells me I can't do or don't believe I can do, it just made me want to do it that much more. Dope.
Like, I come across people, I wouldn't say like yourself, but I have like friends or people that I actually like love, and they may speak, and then they give me a feeling that like sometimes they feel like taking their life and shit like that, and I try to get to them, and most of the time I can't, and I realize I don't understand what they're thinking in their mind to make them feel the way they feel as far as hurting themselves. Have you ever had that feeling growing up about like hurting yourself?
I wouldn't say, it has never gotten to that point. I've had thoughts of just like, what would happen if I was just like gone today? Like, would the world change? Like, people notice? Like, would it affect anybody? Who would show up if I died today? That's why I came up with, play this at my funeral.
That's, you see my second. That's kind of what that's kind of where I'm going with this, because most, not to cut you, but most of your music screams that.
Yeah,
you speak a lot about dying. Your music. Are you aware of that?
I mean, it just must come out like that. Like, I mean, I kind of know I got that, but I don't think people have approached me and like, are you okay? Like, it never really asked about it. But I guess, as an artist, what you put out could be seen as like a cry for help, something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say like I'm like messed up.
No,
I'm in a
that's
good
not,
place.
That's not. I don't really feel that way.
Yeah, I'm in a good place right now.
It just, to me, for me personally, I can't speak for others. It's a relatable thing to me because I actually like your music.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
That.
I feel like it's very substance based, and I feel like it's real. So I think I'm asking the question more so because like I said, the people that I actually come in contact with. I don't have an understanding of like where they're coming from as far as hurting. I can never understand that. So maybe you do, maybe you can speak with someone out there. So you understand this, and this is why you shouldn't do this, because your music tells me like you experience certain things and you speak on it, and it doesn't really sound you're crying for help. Because again, the next track may sound like Summer 19. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really think that you actually crying for help.
Right.
I was just curious to know if you understand the train of thought of those individuals,
I know what it feels like, people who get down that road, they usually feel like they're useless. They are not worth anything to anybody, that nobody cares, nobody will help them, they're hopeless, and they feel like they're unheard. If I do tell somebody what's going to happen, it's not going to change. Those are usually the things that those people feel when they start getting down that train of thought. Because I've had a lot of people who have, been sent to the hospital because they tried to harm themselves, took too many pills, went too hard last night, did a little too hard, or, maybe, you can see the marks on a lot of my friends' hands, it's real.
I got a friend like that.
It's real. Yeah. And so it's like, that's why I feel comfortable to talk about it, because people...
I want you to, because people hear this stuff.
Yeah, nobody talks about that stuff. And not to say that I'm in that situation, but I can say that I understand it.
And how did you I can't even say you overcame it because you weren't in that situation, but you were once headed to that situation as far as the public or society, had that little dark cloud over you to make you believe stuff at a young age, and you're like, nah, that ain't me. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess you said your parents just kind of like pull you to the side and holler at you real quick, like, yo, what you doing?
That's basically what it was. They had me, they put me in some therapy, they was like, you're gonna do this or you're gonna get the fuck out of my house. And it's that's
and you're like, I'm sitting in the house.
I said, yeah, I'm a
Stay in the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to this therapy shit. What are you talking about?
So, I read a couple of my hand. What what happened in summer 19? I don't know if I don't know if I should be asking you this question, because you might be in a relationship, but I don't want to get too involved with that. But give us the whole summer 90, because summer 90 is pre-COVID, right?
Yeah, that was the year I graduated high school.
Oh, so you just wilding out?
Hell yeah.
He said, hell yeah.
That was probably the peak time of my just like delinquent. I was doing any and everything, like just bullshit.
You had fun?
Sometimes I had a lot of fun. A lot of those relationships, I don't talk to the same people I used to talk to, and I definitely don't do the things I used to do.
Any regrets?
No, I regret putting. I used to be heavy on the gas, right? So what would happen was I would have my smoke buddies, and I would think that we was really like locked in because every time I'm using this substance, I'm with you. So then there's that connection made. This makes me feel this way, but I'm with you, so we must have. You get what I'm saying?
A bond.
A bond, right? So then I quit, and so then it was like we don't talk anymore. You don't fuck me, like, and it was like the relationship was built on that. And so, and then a lot of other stuff happened, but just relationships without substance. I feel like I put a lot in to a lot of people I really shouldn't have.
Yeah, man, you sound like a loving guy, man, and I feel like without knowing you in depth, it's like I feel like you went through so much, but you still loving. Yeah. You just meeting, talking to your energy's like, yo, what's up, man? Like you just so like pure.
Yeah,
that's man. I salute you because the way society is now. And one kid may go through something in their whole life, you know what I'm saying? They completely shift. Like right. you just thought they went through hell, and it's one simple thing, So let's go into the your company. You got a media company. You was once a radio personality at Bowie State, right?
Yes.
All right. So how are you even? So bro, like what the bro? Yeah. So. Even with the rapping and singing stuff,
right?
Like let's start there. Like, how you discover you can sing?
I always loved music. So when I was younger, I had the little small keyboards. I had my Aunt June, rest in peace, Aunt June. She gave me my first interface. It was a small little thing, but I used that to put together my studio. And, I had a drum set, I had saxophone, cello. Not saying I was good at everything I picked up, but I was interested. Then I found chorus. And so that was real, like, I loved singing. And I just loved how it made me feel. I felt happy. I can feel energy releasing. It was relieving for me. So I was doing chorus, and that's when I started singing and making my own stuff. And then in high school, I started playing around, making my own tracks instead of being in a choir. Okay. That's how that started. So
you rather sing or rap if you had to pick? What do you think you do better, singing or rapping?
I think my singing is underrated. I feel like I'm not viewed as a singer. Like I'm like like somebody who's like in the middle. He rap, but he sing. Like, how Drake, like he's not really a singer, but is he really completely a rapper though?
Yeah.
You think he's completely a rapper?
If I had to take Drake catalog and I had to put up like rapping song versus singing song, it is more rapping than singing.
But you see how he has a balance. He can perform both, but it's not like exceptional on the singing side.
But you know what that is? What? It's a universal thing. And so here's the crazy part about that. With Drake's strategy, he pleased every single audience at all levels. So it's not even about just singing. Drake may do a song for a 2-year-old. They may do a song for a 90-year-old.
Yeah.
He do a song for a techno crowd. He do a song for the hood. He do a song for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
kids in
reaches
college.
A great audience.
Yeah, so it's not, for Drake, it's not necessarily about like singing or rapping, but overall, if I had to take Drake catalog, he'd do more rapping than singing.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll put myself in that
same bracket.
Yeah, I feel like I could do both. I have a wide spectrum. I can rap, I can sing. My playlist at my funeral was completely acoustic. So,
Which one you think you could do better, singing or rapping?
um, that's hard. That's up for the viewers to tell. But I can say that I'm underrated as a singer.
Okay.
I can say I'm underrated.
You got a point of proof?
Yeah, I think I can. I need to come up with something that really showcases that. I feel like a lot of my songs, yeah, he can sing, but I need something that's like, oh yeah, he can sing. Like, I need to really put that on display.
I know, I got you. It doesn't sound like you're influenced by the DMV music scene.
Hell no. I ain't
Oh, wow, that's a
DMV
big hell no.
No. Why would I?
Hey, you got to be careful though, because it's art still, but people are gonna feel the way you say hell no like that. So you're not a fan of DMV drum music.
I'm from here and I listen to it. Well, I used to.
You don't listen to it anymore?
No, I mean that golden age, Beautiful, Trell, Glizzy,
So you don't listen to any kind of DMV artist anymore?
Like right now,
yeah.
I would say I don't like KP Skywalker. He like buzzing right now. Who's a current DMV artist I listen to? Nas B. I actually got a show with him. He worked with No Savage and Beautiful. I listen to him sometime. And No Savage probably the only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not. So the DMV drill music, to me, I feel like I don't know why I haven't made a national scene just like the Chicago or like New York or the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's something about us. I think it's beyond music though that we have certain, even go-go, we have certain pockets and we just can't make it mainstream.
Right.
What is your take and why we just can't like in whatever we do, even football, you know what I'm saying? For some reasons, I don't know what it is.
You can have a long conversation about the Commanders. I'm a Commanders fan.
Even for some reasons, like if you take music, you take the drill music, you take go-go, it's like we can't like boom. Chicago did it, UK did it first, Chicago did it, New York did it, and they all go boom, 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 boom. DMV drill music to me is one of the most like dangerous like genre right now. There's so much going on with the DMV drill.
Yeah, I mean, I was at some place, some club lounge or whatever. They started playing Octa Clicker, and so he's from like 37th or something in DC. He started playing that song. You were looking around like, oh, you can't sing what he got going on in this song. Like the crowd divided. That's
wrong though.
That's how like it really is.
How you feel about that in your city, in your territory, your area, your states, DMV? What's as an artist, as a provider of music to the public, how do you feel about what's going on when it comes to like putting on a music like what you mentioned and people just like part way?
I mean, I guess a lot of that comes from what's outside of music, different, territories and different, I don't say territories, but neighborhoods and, people who are, oppositional to each other. And so somebody, a lot of 37th rappers, they not cool with, somewhere else. So then their rapper comes up, plays a song. It's like beef between that, Even if you look at in Chicago, people, smoking Tuka and stuff like that. Like, there's certain things that happen that are within these communities, and then it's brought into the music industry. And now it's like, you can't say that, How many times have you heard people say, oh, we're not from 64?
I mean, yeah. Wait, here or in Chicago?
Everywhere.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
People really, they don't fuck with 64, but never been to Chicago.
No, you're right. You're right. But here's the thing about DMV in Chicago. If you take a click, say it's 600 and 300, say Mimo for an example, and Dirk, I think Dirk is 300, whatever, OTF, whatever.
Yeah.
Those clicks are separate clicks, but they still click because they're from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
The DMV is like, if you're here, you don't click with other click. Like, you just completely separated. You see what I'm saying? So like,
yes.
So I say like, and I study music, heavily. So I know, enough to speak on it that, for a lot of those click like Polo G or like say like, Tootsie and these guys, they're from different parts of Chicago.
Yeah.
But they also okay with certain like blocks, you know what I'm saying? The only thing we hear about on the outside, like here or just across the nation, is BD and GD. But there's cliques who are not GD or BD and they're still cool with those individuals.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Here's like, if you're from a project in Northeast, you don't rock with nobody in the DMV. I don't care if you on Lower Riverdale. You just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just separate us, man. From my take on it, what I was asking you, I would love to see that change to something more like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some more unity.
a sense of community.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people. The DMV is bigger than what the metro system, takes you. You look at some of these big artists, ain't Chris Brown from Virginia, Missy Elliott and whatnot.
Timberland, rest in peace, Magoo. It's a lot, yeah.
If it's not in the metro system, we're like, oh, it can't be that. Even Baltimore.
Baltimore said they're not from Maryland. It's a separate state.
It's just because it's a different type of vibe. It's a different culture.
It is.
In Baltimore.
You ask a Baltimore native what part of Maryland they're from. They say, I'm not from Maryland. I'm from Baltimore. It's the most funniest shit ever. But to the last project you dropped, Play This at My Funeral. Is that the last project you dropped?
The last project I dropped was actually Hurt People, Hurt People.
Really?
So Hurt People is confusing. Actually, the last interview I went to, they were tripped up on that as well. It's released under a different name, Emosis, not J.
Oh, so that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain the names.
Emosis is Emo Sis.
And why? Why Emosis? Why you got two characters?
Because I wanted, for one, I just wanted to. I don't know. Maybe I was going through a phase or something. I don't know, but I just kind of. I put some eye makeup on, I'd like eyeliner, I should say. I didn't put like makeup on. And I just, did a different theme of the project. It was actually my best project in my opinion. And so I just felt like it didn't need to be on Jay Siz's catalog.
Okay.
I felt like the music wasn't the same.
Okay.
It needed a different personality.
Okay, that's the CEO in you, right? That's an entrepreneur. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was like, Jay says, CJ says he had the fadeaway red solo. It's like it's a cleaner appearance. It's, like a party. He's more hip. But Emosis is like emotional. Emosis is like emo, but like it also kind of sounds like emotion.
Okay.
So his music is emotion.
Yeah, I'm fun. I gotta check that out. Tell the people one thing you would love to tell the people that you want to know about you, that they don't know about you. Your fans, the ones that listen to you, following you, the newcomers, the old ones who've been here, been around,
One thing that I want people to know about me, just it takes time to do what me and so many other artists are doing. It don't take much to support, throw a like, a repost or something like that. Because it really, this is what we love doing. Like, we put it out there because we hope that people listen to it, and they don't necessarily have to like it, but we hope that we get some type of reaction from you. So just respect the craft. Like, we're not bullshitting. Some people are really serious about what we do.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
So what's your expectation when it's all said and done, the smoke is clear, you get to a certain age, you have money, you have everything in design life. What does that place look like in your head?
For me, it looks like I want to be somewhere high above the ground, like on like a penthouse, something like that. Just looking over, that sounds horrible, but just like someplace secluded where it's just me and the people that I want to be with.
I don't understand you, bro. Like, you like a secluded, unsecluded. You like a introvert, extrovert type of guy.
Yeah, it depends who I'm with.
Is that true?
It depends who I'm with. I can perform, but
you a host. So it's like if I book you right now, I got an event at Capitol Arena to go say,
you gonna get a different side. You gonna get a different Jordan.
That's talent, bro.
But if we're just talking, off camera or something, I might be like, hey, what's going on? I might not say too much, but it's just what you want, like,
Yeah. Your music speak that though.
Yeah.
If the fans are listening like deeply, they would tell like, you have a dark and bright. It's like a medium, when it comes to your art.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I didn't hear you crying for help, but I heard you touch on certain things. I'm like, But then I hear the party song and the girl song, this, that, and then I hear like, I can't write without like, tapping into emotion. You got to be real for me to like.
It got
compose. I can't compose. What I heard from how you write I can't compose without like, you know, it being a reality and experience that I go through. That's what I heard from what you know, your penmanship.
Yeah, I have to feel something. You know, I feel like I gotta take a break and just let life happen. And a lot of it, what I write about is some, you know, bad things that happen. But that's what fuels me and that's what speaks to me. And it's more substantial than me talking about, you know, whatever else people might want to hear.
Right,
For
right,
me,
right, right.
the deeper I get, the more better the music is.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. How did the Zaytoven feature work out for you? Was it a good investment? Was it because I hear on your song and you express what you pay for it.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
I would say working with Zaytoven was definitely worth it. Cause I mean, that's like a real industry, you know, producer right there. And then he's not from the DMV. You know? It's not like I can't even think of a DMV producer, but this guy's like he's worked with Amigos, Gucci Mane and stuff. Like he has some prestige. So I am very fond of that feature. Red Solo actually isn't one of my like favorite songs.
Okay.
Nothing. But to the fans, I guess, you know, just having his name on there, people listen, they like it. That here's another thing. I feel like just having his name on there was just half the battle. Because people are like, they're like dick riders. Like if someone else is rocking with it and they see it's going up, then other people are gonna, you know, mess with it regardless, you know. So I think that's half the battle right there. I don't think if people really like the song or if they, you know, just see the name, it's like I'm gonna listen to it and then I see, you know, 30,000 plays, so I'm gonna rock with it.
So it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Okay. So should we shout out Zaytoven?
Definitely shout out Zaytoven for working with the DMV artist, a local, you know, small boy from Laurel. So yeah.
All right, we about to get out of here. I think I asked a question I want to ask, and they said thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
The different character personality, I think, you know, is unique. For me, I'm an artist as well. I love art, and I feel like awkwardness and, you know, just like off the wall stuff is a real definition of art. I think the norm is not art, and with the different character you can play, I think I just hats off to you, because most people, they get stuck in a corner and just say, if it's not like this, I'm not doing this.
Right.
But I feel like you're the kind of artist who like is not afraid to try something. You're not afraid to make mistakes.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So my hats off to you. So before we get out of here, tell the people where they can find you. Tell them what you got coming up. Just take us out of here. Tell them whatever you want to tell them. The floor is yours.
Yes. I am Jay Sizz. You can find me on social media at official__JSIZ. And my message to the people would be just keep going. Let the haters and let the doubters fuel you in your journey. And just don't forget who was with you in your corner and who was just there temporarily. That's key. That's key.
For the people. Be out of here, baby. Hustle firm. Prezi. Jay Sizz.